Okay, so my last video was about my tool trailer and how my wife and I flip houses and how effective the tool trailer and the organization is. So since then, of course, the world's gone crazy and housing is insanely expensive, and we found ourselves in a position where buying stuff to flip was difficult. So we decided to build a house, a custom home for ourselves. And in that process and research and everything, one of the products I've been super impressed with is AeroBarrier. You know, the new energy codes in Washington, super tight. They want 3 ACH for air changes. And so, you know, to get that, you've really got to be on your game. And I know a lot of the guys on YouTube, you know, Rizzlinger and stuff, which I love Matt's videos, they talk, you know, oh, zip system outside and all this sealing and everything. And frankly, I'm too poor and lazy to do the amount of work that they want. So my solution, we did spray foam for our insulation, so closed cell spray foam for the insulation. And then we're having the house AeroBarrier. So that's the atomizing caulk thing where they come in, they pressurize the house with a blower door, and they spray out this atomized caulk, and it finds all the little holes and seals it up. Which in my mind is just like, okay, so great. Don't have to do any caulking. I don't have to run around, you know, try and find every little hole. They just hook up the thing, and they can tell you, hey, your house is X amount of CFM, and we want it to be this ACH, and so we're just going to keep spraying until we get there. It's freaking amazing. So I wanted to kind of do like a pre-walk video and show you some of the stuff that we're trying to seal. And in that, when my insulators came in, normally they'll caulk top plate, bottom plate connections, king jack stud connections and stuff where you have, you know, where the spray foam doesn't get or where your insulation doesn't normally get. And so I told them on this one, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to wait and see how the AeroBarrier works. And then after the fact, if I want to caulk or seal it, I can. So let's go around. I'm going to flip the camera. We'll go around this stuff. So like some of the connection points where you get it is like, that's a shear connection. Let's see if I can get the camera down there right. There you go. So you see that light through there? So that's a seam on the outside wall on the sheeting that matches up with that. And the number 6, the guys came in, the AeroBarrier guys came in and found all the holes, and they, you know, took pictures and stuff and kind of going around. So like here was one, or they say there's one. So they're looking for light through that and everything. So they're going to come in, they're going to spray this, you know, aerosol caulk or whatever, the AeroBarrier product throughout the house. And I'll, you know, we'll go through that process and show what they're going to do and how much they use and what the blower doors and all that stuff are. Here's another one. There we go. You can kind of see the light through there. So excited to see what the AeroBarrier product does and how well it works, and you know, being able to have them come in and just say your house is this and we want it to be this, and so we spray this product as opposed to having to go through and tape all the seams and caulk all the joints and all that stuff. I think it's gonna be pretty good. And I'll let you know what the airtightness is, because it's not like I didn't think about airtightness at all when we were doing stuff. We were careful with some things. They did a preliminary blower door yesterday, and it was like 1.5 ACH 50, so it's already a very tight house, but we're going to try to get down to 0.5 ACH 50 with the AeroBarrier system. So shout out to Airtight Solutions out of Mesa, Arizona. You can check them out at airtightsolutionsUSA.com. And great group of guys, and they were, you know, real explanatory and helpful in the whole process. So we'll pick it back up when they've started the process. Okay, so they just finished the blower door on the house as it sits with spray foam. They taped up all the doors and taped up all the penetrations and stuff. And so the current ACH 50 is 1.74. In the state of Washington, Energy Code requires a 3 ACH 50 to pass. So just with spray foam, the house is tight enough to pass the Energy Code. So again, and I can take you outside and show you, this is just, there's no Tyvek on the majority of the house. There's no tape seams on any of the plywood. So this is 7/16 OSB exterior on 16-inch on center, 2x6 studs, and spray foam. And we're hitting coat with spray foam. So yes to spray foam, I guess, is the moral of that story. However, because we're already at 1.74, the AeroBarrier guys are pretty confident that we can get down to passive house or 0.6 ACH 50. So Airtight Solutions is, yeah, amazing. There's Paul in the, oh, look at that, like he's got the sun behind him like he's an angel. Ah! So this is Paul with Airtight Solutions, and he's one of the guys that's going to be sealing up the house, and he's confident we can make it airtight. So we're excited to see how it goes, right, Paul?
Yep, very excited.
But we'll take you along. So they're getting ready to set up. They're going to put in the machines that pressurize the house and spray the caulks and stuff, and get those all set up. I'll probably give you a quick look at that before they get going. But passive house, here we come. Okay, so they're doing a pre-test on the house to see air leakage and stuff, and we'll see if we can see this. But looking down, the little bit of house wrap, it's all puffed out, and that's at 1.74 ACH 50 on a spray foam house. So that's already a code compliant house, and that's how much leakage comes through the foam and the little cracks that it still pressurized the house wrap. Now, I haven't taped off anything. You guys will see around all my penetrations, I haven't taped anything off or anything. It's so they're, you know, it's not held in there. And I did that because I want my barrier to be at the siding. So I don't want my barrier being at the Tyvek. I want my barrier being at the OSB. And so I didn't tape any of it off. I only house wrapped what I had to get to this point. And so it just blows me away. So code compliant house, and it's still pressurizing. So they're gonna go through this testing phase. They'll get that all figured out, and then they'll start spraying. I got them to test with water, so they're gonna spray water so that we can go in and see what it does, and I'll show you the whole process there, and then they'll spray with the actual material that'll seal. So when they get going on that test, I'll show you that. Okay, so checking out the PC, they show you. So my current ACH 50, oh, his mouse is in the way, there we go, 1.58, okay, and my equivalent hole size is 83 square inches. So this is before the actual chemical sealing. This is the numbers that we're getting. So again, code compliant, but we're gonna bump it up to kick-ass level here shortly. Okay, so they're starting like a little test. We asked them to kind of show us what's going on. So they're doing a water, so it's gonna spray water. So this is the box that sprays the chemical. It atomizes it, and it atomizes it through these little ports, and you can hear they're spraying air. You know, so it's just air spraying right now, and it's the focus. And so they're gonna do a little test to kind of show us how it atomizes. They're gonna start shooting water out of it. So we'll get to see how it works without, you know, being in here breathing in the chemical. Because once they start spraying the chemical, we're not gonna wanna be in here. So this is the thing. Why would you spend time and money going around doing all this stuff when you can have them come in? They're gonna be here like 5 hours, and the whole house is gonna be tight. Like, why would you go around and do the extra? Here comes the, yeah. Okay, so eventually, when they do the chemical, what that'll be is an atomized, I'm gonna call it a caulk. I'm sure it's not, it's just like but it is water-based, so it's a sealer. And so it'll aerosol that out, and it'll be spraying into the atmosphere, and then anywhere there's a leak, the pressure inside the house will take that chemical and push it. And then wherever you have a difference in pressure, it's going to coagulate and seal. So, wicked awesome. Wicked awesome. And again, it's the easiest thing in the world for me. I'm not having to go around caulk every seam and all this stuff. And then all the ones you can't see. Because like that wall I showed you with the Tyvek, that should be a tight wall. But still, weakened. So, stop wasting your time. call Airtight Solutions or your local AeroBarrier rep, depending on where you are, and get this system. It's way easier and way better. So pretty cool. Okay, so they're injecting the sealant now, and the house is getting up. It's pretty cool up on the screen. I'll take you back up there and show you. It says, like, you know, it's at 698 CFM total leakage, and you can see it come down and everything. But I want to show you, and I think they do this on most of them, but they put a little screen in here, you know, so that'll eventually all be filled up with caulk. So we'll have a way to kind of show you, hey, you know, this is how it seals up. So we'll go through that, but I wanted to show you or tell you, you know, that hey, we're getting things sealed, and it's just still blowing me away. 1.74 ACH 50, and that's a 700 CFM leakage. So half of the code requirement in Washington, and my house is leaking 700 CFM of air. Just stupid. 86 square inches is what the calculation was for the actual leakage. So again, just why are we still staying with old techniques when we have the option to go to something as effective and complete and futuristic as this option? So I'm going to be doing probably a couple more videos. I'll share with you guys like my spray foam and my HVAC system and all that different stuff, but you got to get out of the old mindset of how to build and come into the future. And, you know, AeroBarrier, I'm going to give another plug for Airtight Solutions, you know, so get out there, make it easier on yourself, and the cost is not that bad per square foot. I'll probably go over that a little later, but it's way cheaper than having a laborer go around with a caulk gun for 2 days sealing everything up, or buying all those 100 feet of tape for your zip system sheeting and all that crap. So better. Okay, so 45 minutes into the process, they've been pumping sealant into the house. They've had it pressurized. We started off great. We got better. So here we are, not finished, but working. We'll go through the numbers. So current leakage in square inches, 18. CFM, 149. 0.34 ACH 50. So that is 10% of the code allowable leakage. They've pumped in a little over 4 gallons. They did some testing and stuff, so a little under 4 gallons of sealant. And we've only been running for about, 47 minutes. So 47 minutes. And my house went from half of code to a 1/10 of code. So stop buying tape and caulk and going around for hours doing things. Just call the number and have them pump this stuff into your house and make it better. So my ERV total CFM output is almost 500 CFM ERV. So I will be able to maintain a positive pressure in the house. So anytime anybody opens the door, you get a nice breeze out. And here's the reason. You look around, look at all this dirt and dust. Just epic amounts of dirt and dust. And I don't want that in my house. I want that on the outside. And so having this allow me to keep it that tight. So I'm jazzed. 45 minutes. I didn't have to go around with the caulk gun, didn't have to go around with tape. It's the future. It's the future. Okay. 72 minutes in. 99 CFM of leakage. 0.23 ACH 50. A 12-inch equivalent hole. Check it out. Numbers don't lie. Oh, bumped up to 101. Oh, there it is, 99.8, 99.4. So there you go, less than 100 CFM leakage on the house after roughly 73 minutes of AeroBarrier being applied. So again, don't buy caulk. Don't buy the tape for all the seams on the board. Just call Airtight Solutions, and say, hey, I want my house to be as kick-ass as Nick's, and they will come out and make that happen. And then all of your dreams will come true. Okay, so we're all finished. We're all wrapped up. When they finished the air seal with the AeroBarrier, and everything was taped still, My ACH 50 or total CFM loss, I showed it to you guys, is crazy low. 100 CFM, just under. Okay, what was it, Paul? Like 0.2 on the ACH 50, 0.23 on the ACH 50. Crazy, right? So then, of course, the true test is we unmask everything to see how efficient the windows and doors and all the other crap I bought was. And we made it for passive. So 0.5 ACH 50, 230 CFM of loss for a 3,000 square foot house. And so that's incredible, right? So get this though. And this isn't a dog. I love my spray foam guy. He did an amazing job. I'm super happy. But they also foam, of course, all the windows and around everything and everything. I want you to check something out, okay? I'm gonna flip. So check this out. When they sprayed all the foam, you can see here, that's the AeroBarrier caulk that blew through spots that they missed on the foam, all right? So when they showed me that, I'm like, oh man, totally worth it then to catch all those little spots, right? And you're like, oh, well, Nick, if they just did a better job spray foaming or if you tape the outside of your windows, it'd be better. Now look at this craziness. This is a crack in the wood that it filled. So plenty of foam, but there was a crack in my 2x6 that went to the outside and it filled that. And I mean, the crack, it's like, you know, a toothpick. It's nothing. So here's what you got to do when you build a house. You got to say to yourself, what's worth spending money on? What's not worth spending money on, right? Because it's all about money. AeroBarrier, 1,000% worth every penny. So whenever they show up to your house and they say it's X dollars, it's worth it. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Because it gets every little hole. Any other little leak, whether you notice it or not, it gets it. So why would you spend the headache and time and energy of buying caulk and buying tape and doing all the fancy boards and all that other crap? Zip system, taping the seams and all that junk? You know what? If you got money if you got money in your pocket and you just want to light it on fire, that's your business. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and keep my money in my pocket. I'm going to pay for them to come in and spray, Airtight Solutions to come in and spray my house with the AeroBarrier and not have to worry about the rest of the crap and have verified results. They hand you a piece of paper that says this is how your house is. Check this out. Same thing. In the window, the 2x6 joint. You can see that's all AeroBarrier that went in there and sealed. It's all AeroBarrier. No bugs, no air, just sealed tight. 0.5 ACH 50 with windows and all that crap. And I haven't sheetrocked. I haven't done any of that other stuff. This is my building envelope. OSB, spray foam, AeroBarrier, done. Just do it.